All right, everybody, welcome to GameLuster. This is a special episode today. This is Good Games Inc. And what we're going to do is we have collected audience suggestions from all of you, and we are going to turn them into fabulous video game ideas that are going to make all of us buckets of money. And then, you know, maybe we'll win some awards too, probably.
Maybe someone might even enjoy them. You never know.
It could be a side effect of the whole process. We're just not sure. Yeah, but I'm Nirav, and I'll be your host. I'm joined as always by my lovely co-host Ryu.
Hey.
And we have an extra guest who is going to jump on a little bit later. So what we're going to do is get this whole thing. We're going to go through these and try to find like which one of these is the nug, like which one of these is the dank nug that is gonna be the good game that we're gonna make and is going to sell well. And then after that, our guest is going to come in and we'll pitch it to her and see if she can help us refine it, make sure that the title's good and all that stuff. So before we get kicked off, I do want to ask you, Ree, how did our last venture do, like commercially and critically? Which was, if you remember, A Plague Tale: Ignorance and Knuckles.
Well, I thought everything was going really well, but then there happened to be another spike of COVID, and we got many accusations of our game being in poor taste, as we were sort of... I don't think it was our intention to make light of the pandemic, but I think sort of depicting it through the Sonic characters and showing Sonic, an icon to many children, to be a COVID denier Joe Rogan fan, definitely...
It didn't sit well with some people.
I don't think we were actually able to stock the game in many stores. I know Walmart for sure.
It was actually only available on Stadia, and yeah, so you can imagine
Google
how that went.
I'm glad that
actually it went really well. It actually went really well being on Stadia, surprisingly, because there aren't any other games for people to play. Everyone was really excited about ours.
Yeah, so I wanna thank Google for not giving in to the cancel culture mob that went after our passion project.
Absolutely.
And Sega for letting us slap Sonic on it. I wasn't expecting that, but I guess anything goes to that now.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, they'll slap Sonic on whatever they want. All right, let's get into it. We got a big list here. Let me check. I think we've got I have 87 submissions this week from a lot of different people. So let's get into it. Anything catching your eye right off the bat?
Okay, so there's so many stupid ones, and I want to give a shout out to my friends for suggesting some this time. So there's the one that I love is Sims 4 Guantanamo Bay Pack. That's fairly self-explanatory. You are now, because I mean, for years we have sort of all tortured our Sims, not our sins, but kind of the same thing, by like doing the whole like put them in the pool and take away the ladder. In Sims 4 they got rid of that, if I remember correctly. So I guess this is EA's chance to win back a lot of good grace in the fandom. And just openly give us the tools to torture our Sims.
I think that would be cool. I mean, like, do we build the prison too? I think, or is this like is this just like we can replicate? I guess what I'm asking is, are we going to be in actual Guantanamo Bay, or are we like given the tools to replicate the experience of a Guantanamo Bay, but in the Sims' comfort of their own home?
I'm gonna say own home, because that's the Sims experience, isn't it? You set fire to their house. You don't take them to another house to be set on fire.
Yeah, that makes sense. I also want to. I'm just trying. I guess we'll get some of the stupid ones out of the way at the beginning here. I like this idea from Alyssa. Resident Lawful. Cross the street at the right time. It's just Frogger.
It's just Frogger. Oh god, it's just the work's done for us there.
Yeah, I guess so. I will also give a shout out quickly. I think we had another one in much the same vein from Luke, which was Resident Neutral. I don't like.
You're a centrist who doesn't want to pick a side on the zombie outbreak.
Oh, look, it's the Resident Neutral again. Oh, I think we should be able to hear both sides out. That's all I'm saying.
So much for the tolerant left, going around shooting zombies.
I hate this. What else you got?
Alright, so the Sims 4 one was from Hazel, and I want to give a shout out to another Hazel one. The title made me laugh. Cyberpunk 2001.
Hazel coming in with straight bangers.
I know. So I mean, either you can, that relates to its like technical ability as a game,
sure,
or like culturally, everyone is just stuck in the 2000s and dresses like Britney Spears at the VMAs or something.
Now, in my mind, I actually drew sort of a comparison to like 2001: A Space Odyssey.
Oh, let's hear this.
And I was thinking, like, how fun would it be if you were like, like Keanu Reeves, like I'm gonna go and like shoot this guy now, and then he was like, I'm sorry, V, I can't do that for you right now. And then you're like, no, whoa.
That's a cool DLC. That could work, I reckon.
That actually, I think that is the DLC. Well, I think the DLC is actually, it's not 2001. I think it's 2021, and it's like you play as like Johnny Silverhand, like back in the old days, I believe.
Okay.
Which like could be exciting if the game worked. All right, what else we got? I actually do want to go ahead and jump in with one of our image submissions. Somebody submitted here, I'll send it to you in the Discord here too. Okay. This looks like a text post. It says, "Please stop praying for Sonic. You are making him too strong. He broke out of heaven and Sega can't get him. He's too powerful."
What? Sorry, I need to see this image. Give me a second here.
So, is this like Is this a can we finally, do you think, with this one break into the very viable Christian gaming market?
Ooh.
Where like we can get the religious folks in on this, because I know every time someone's tried to make a very religious game, it's gone super well and sold really well.
Also, I mean, I feel like we're also diving into another ridiculously lore-heavy Sonic game, which have traditionally done amazingly well.
Yeah.
Just make the story really convoluted and bogged down.
I think it could also be good if we have this one's like with real people, and maybe he like marries a human woman, like in know, lawfully in the eyes of God.
Yes, it's about time. He's been a sinful bachelor for too long. Heaven and Sega can't get him. He's too powerful.
He's too powerful.
God has bestowed upon him even more fast, and now he can do more fast.
That's true. How do you feel about Devil Will Care from Alex?
I mean, that could be the title for our Sonic game, really. If we're going for like the religious theme.
I think we also got a submission. We have Devil Will Cry, but we also got Devil May Care from Luke.
Devil May Care. See, that sounds like a bit like a dating sim.
But I want to remind everyone quickly that Devil May Care is a real phrase, and I think is where Devil May Cry comes from.
But it just sounds amusing because of like in my gamer brain, all I think is Devil May Cry.
Luke just totally inundated us this week. I had to actually sort of do some curations because he sent in too many. I did also like Call of Duty, a dating sim, though.
Oh god, no, that was a good one.
How would you? Okay, let's just walk through this quickly. You log on to Call of Duty Modern Warfare, and you get in there, and like you get into the lobby, and there's like a group of like there's like a team of like 4 people in there, and you guys log on, and then you pull out your guns, and you're like deployed, but then you're in like a nice cafe, and maybe you're doing speed dating. But everyone still has their I want everyone to still be like tacked out, like they're wearing the armor and the guns and everything.
Yeah, you can like bond over war crimes together.
Yeah, you could. And actually that's a great segue to another suggestion we got, which was Call of Duty War Crimes, which is also from Hazel. Thank you, Hazel.
I feel like we can combine the two.
Okay, so
there's no reason why we can't, apart from good taste.
There's love and war, man. That's the name of the game. And what are you doing? Are you fighting or are you fucking? I don't like.
Who knows?
The answer is yes. Okay, walk me through what would happen when I log onto this game and I get into a lobby. Walk me through what I'm seeing.
Would it be as toxic as the Call of Duty lobbies used to be, or would I don't know? Would maybe it'd be like people negging and like flirting, but in the style of like the old Modern Warfare lobbies. Like you've just got these like people straight out of 2008 from Xbox Live, and you're told like, and then they're told like, hey, you need to try and get a girlfriend now. And with that same attitude, they go about it. So you're getting insulted a lot, you're getting hit on a lot, and the two often mesh together. That's the sort of impression I'm getting.
This sounds pretty miserable. Let's see here. Oh, I have another one from Alex here, which is really good, which was Just Chatting, the game. I don't know if you're familiar with... I think you said you're not very familiar with Twitch. I am not either, but... There is a category on Twitch which is always the most popular one, which is called Just Chatting. But what is that game? Like, what game is everyone playing?
Well, they call it Just Chatting. Whenever I go on there, it's people debating each other and yelling at each other. So it's not a very wholesome experience. If anything, it sounds more like our Call of Duty war crime dating experience that we've got.
Are we setting like a... I did forget to add to the sheet, this is a good thing to throw in right now because it's a modifier and we can use it later if we need. But Inkweaver suggested that for a modifier for a title, if we're not really like feeling something, we should add : freak down to the end.
Freak down.
As one word, freak down. Yeah.
Okay.
So just keep that in the back of your mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to give a shout out to one from Chloe. Which has been catching my eye. Underwatch, nobody moves, but everyone is still screaming.
Yeah, I was like confused about this. So like I played a lot of Overwatch. I am familiar with the screaming. So Underwatch, the difference is that everyone's very stationary, I guess.
You can't move. I guess
you can't move or you won't move. You daren't move.
What happens if you move? That's the real question. Why is it called Underwatch? What's going on here? Like, I know it's the opposite of Overwatch.
If it's the opposite of Overwatch, then we need to have a bunch of like ugly ass characters with like very flat asses, just standing very still.
Oh god, it's gonna be the most heterosexual game ever as well.
I like that too. Yeah. Let's see here.
We're gonna. This is an idea. Underwatch could be a game for the gamer bros, which feel pushed out over the woke agenda, occasionally putting homosexuals.
So we're gonna make everyone a buff white military man.
Yeah, exactly. Who is insanely heterosexual. Okay. Their only voice lines are talking about how much they love tits.
Man, I love tits. All right, yeah, clip that out and just hold on to that.
I'm putting a pin in Underwatch. I'm feeling confident.
You feel good about Underwatch? All right, well, let's keep an eye on it. I want to give a shout out to Dan Alcorn for this one because of just sort of the interaction I had with him, which was his suggestion was Fluffer Simulator. And I said, like, well, that sounds miserable. Like, are you talking about maybe like a fluffy sheep or something and we get to fluff them? And he said, nope, penises.
Oh,
add VR in VR, but with a shake weight.
Why? Who does this appeal to? Who's ever heard?
I don't know who this is for.
Who's ever heard about a fluffer and gone, that is something that I would like to pursue one day, but I don't feel confident enough. So let me just whip out this VR game and practice it. Unless you're going for the fitness crowd, because home fitness is a big thing right now. I don't know.
That's true. Like Ring. Oh yeah. Can I give a shout out quickly to Ring Fit Adventure for being the best-selling new IP JRPG of the last decade?
Technically, it is a JRPG, isn't it? Oh my god.
It is. Yeah. I've played it a good bit. Like it's definitely a JRPG. Like it has all the shit there.
Yeah. Oh god. Maybe we should keep that in mind. Home fitness is a genre which I feel like could do with some more entries. So let's just bear that in mind as we try and make our game.
Okay. This one's from Inkweaver, and she was extremely passionate about it. It is Falcon and the Winter Soldier Boy. What does that mean for you?
I don't know. Like, as soon as I heard Soldier Boy, I'm immediately thinking back to like my primary school discos where that song played all the time. I'm not sure.
You guys have discos in in Britain?
Wait, at the end of every school year in primary school, we had a disco. Is that not a thing?
I think that our equivalent of that was the fact that every week when we went to PE in elementary school, we had to all dance together to like all those, you know, like the electric slide and like the cha-cha slide.
Yeah,
which I found out
in our discos.
Sorry?
Yeah, we did that.
Oh, okay, yeah. That was like an every week occurrence all through elementary school for us. And it was just like everyone has to dance in conjunction and like I don't know what's going on over here, I'll be frank.
It's not a real country, it's all fake.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and pop out another image submission, which
let's go.
Ryan sent in. I'll send that over here. The reason he's so excited about it is because it was tweeted by a guy named Nirav. That's not me.
We found another one. Oh god.
Alright, so take a look at that.
This guy's called Nirav as well. His username.
Yeah.
He one-ups. He outranks you.
So this is a picture of a very wide toilet. Looks like it could fit maybe 5 or 6 people on it, and the tweet says "Squad up for the group poop." The suggested title for this was Poop Hero. So I don't think I want to make a game out of this, but I do want to give it a shout out and give a shout out to Nirav65. That's my boy over there.
I'm really, really desperately trying to think about how we can incorporate this, because that is a wide ass toilet, and it would be, it's
maybe that can just be like an Easter egg in our final game. Like people will be like, "Why is there like a really wide toilet back here?"
You do the squad poop, like in RPGs when you like have to find a rest area. You do the squad poop.
Yeah. Okay. Also, while we're here, just with as far as plays on my name, Ryan also sent in Nirav Automata, which I liked a lot.
Oh, nice.
I don't know what this is. Am I in Nier Automata?
I guess so. Yeah, it's all about you.
Because that's one of my favorite games ever. So the prospect of being in it is pretty exciting until I remember that it's like the apocalypse and everyone dies.
Okay, sorry. I just got completely sidetracked because I saw a submission from Melissa. Friday Night Fucking. It's a rhythm game.
Yeah, I remember that because I asked her about it and she said it should all be right there.
So we're not getting any elaboration on that.
No, Friday Night Fucking. Is this? I was like, yeah, of course it's a rhythm game. What else would it be?
I mean, it sounds like a good idea, but then we also probably can't make the podcast title that. So
we definitely can't make the podcast. Like, maybe this is a mini game inside of our. We're building a lot of interesting ideas. Like, yeah. But also I think in service of saying of a joke on the name Apex Legends, Alyssa also submitted Ape Legs Webkins. How do you feel about Ape Legs Webkins?
Webkin. See, when I thought about Ape Legs, I just thought, well, like, that's just Overwatch because you have Winston in it, right? We're back on
Underwatch.
We are back on Underwatch. Everything comes back to Underwatch in the end.
If anyone doesn't remember, Webkins is like this like stuffed animal online like MMO sort of thing for children, where you like have MMO or you have like a bunch of people online and they're just like playing with stuffed animals by like clicking on them and stuff, but it's also like multiplayer online. I don't know if this is anything. We're not making a kids game, I don't think, because then we can't get Friday Night Fucking in there.
Yeah, I mean, we could, but we probably also won't get stocked in any stores again.
How about this from Andrew, our Octodad by Platinum Games. Suggested title, Octodad Rising Revengeance.
Can we put Freak Down in there as well?
Octodad Rising, Revengeance, Freak Down.
There we go.
Okay, this is very appealing to me because anyone who knows me knows that whenever I'm looking at a game, the first thing I look for is, are there enough gun shoes? And unless I'm playing Bayonetta, the answer is always no. So, like, I like every time I don't like a game, I'm like, there aren't enough gun shoes in this, there's not enough flying karate. Like, if this game had all those Platinum game things, like, but you're Octodad and you have 8 limbs to, like, do, like, flying... Okay, this is good because you have 8 gun shoes that you can sort of do some sort of sweeping maneuvers. Yeah.
I'm feeling confident about this one. And if it's
is
a
this
VR
maybe
game,
just a character that we're adding to Underwatch? I don't know.
I feel like that could just be our VR game, you know, because if you're having to manipulate all of those hands to do.
Can you imagine manipulating 8 gun legs in VR?
You know what? It's gonna be like, okay. Did anyone else in the world ever play Sonic Free Riders on Kinect, or is it just me?
Sorry, on Kinect. I played Sonic Riders 1 and 2, but those were on the Wii, I think, right?
Yeah. So there was another one called Sonic Free Riders on the Microsoft Kinect.
Jesus, I didn't even know it existed.
Yeah, don't look any more into it. It's such a terrible game. But anyway, there was a game mode where you had to awkwardly squat facing someone else and put your hands together and then like both tilt backwards and forwards to control a character. It's quite possibly the most awkward experience ever. And I feel like because the Octodad will have so many hands, we're going to bring that energy back. So you have to awkwardly squash up next to someone, and you. So
this game demands Kinect functionality in your mind.
It does. We're bringing it back. You know, I mean, Microsoft, they only gave it like what, a decade to work. Cowardly.
Nintendo's like vitality sensor didn't even make it out on the market. Like there's so many peripherals we could use to sort of enhance this experience. Is there like, how about those light guns from the Wii that you'd use for Call of Duty, where like you would hold a real gun, like a fake plastic gun?
I forgot that they existed. Oh my god, they were like massively controversial here. I seem to recall, and like
really
no one sold them, so I could never get one.
I want to give another shout out to Andrew R, who sent us Skyrim 2: Trouble in Paradise.
Oh, that sounds like Todd Howard's nightmare. He doesn't want any trouble in Skyrim.
Yeah, like adding Trouble in Paradise to really anything. And then he also followed that up with Burnout Paradise 2: Trouble in Paradise, which is also very funny.
Freakdown. Put Freakdown in there as well.
Freakdown.
If a title gets long enough, automatically have to put Freakdown in there as well.
I like the idea of the. I want to also say that like I do like the idea of the Octodad Rising one. I'll put a pin in that one too. Yeah. Let's see what else we got here. Sorry,
I've got one here.
Yeah.
Right, who's this actually from? Is that Elkmane?
Yeah.
Okay, so I've got Hades, so it's H80, so like H and then 80s. Hades set in the 1980s. It's the same thing, but everyone talks about Indiana Jones and the Cold War.
Is that what people were doing in the 80s?
I guess. Maybe.
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, I wasn't there, so I can't confirm, but this person
that sounds right.
Probably knows
and they were
what
sending
they're on
faxes.
About. Yeah.
Wait, do they have? Yeah. Okay. So in Hades, I think you're who's like an iconic 80s like icon.
I'm so fucking mad. The first thing I thought of was Ronald Reagan. I don't think that's even right.
So you're Ronald Reagan, and you're trying to escape from hell where you belong.
You can also, like, for the sake of gender equality, you can choose to play as Margaret Thatcher as well.
Oh, I like that. And then we get a little political in here for the first time ever.
Never happened before. Oh god.
How about this one from Kryten? I think Kryten Wolfgang. A game where you play as Reggie Fils-Aimé and in an attempt to distance yourself from Nintendo must go about the city committing crimes and distasteful acts so that you can regain your status as a human businessman instead of being the cuddly live-action version of Donkey Kong.
Oh my god. I mean, what can we... Wait, what was the game title again? Did it have one?
There wasn't a title in there, no, but I think we can definitely bring back the Nintendo Vitality Sensor for this one.
And I think we can incorporate Freakdown because that is a Freakdown.
Freakdown, yeah. Reggie Fils-Aimé Rising, Revengeance, Freakdown. And he has 8
Dante
guns.
From the Devil May Cry series.
We already did an absurdly long title for the last one. We can't do that again.
No.
Does Reggie have 8 guns in this one? And he's like...
I mean, he's like become the Octodad. He is the Octodad, maybe.
He is already Big Dad.
He was so good at being... Because you know the whole point of Octodad is that you got to blend in. He was so fucking good at it. We didn't even notice all the tentacles for years. What a genius.
For years. I did see right above it that Kate sent in a few bangers. Thank you, Kate. The best one, I think, the most usable one maybe, is the Pitcher 3 Wild Bunt. This is a very good idea for a baseball game. I think baseball traditionally hasn't been very interesting to me. I don't know, Rhea, are you big into baseball?
I never get shown here, so I know.
Fair enough. I don't know. Like, baseball's supposed to be America's pastime, and like it's supposed to be all cool, and like, you know, take me out to the ball game, the Cracker Jacks, the fucking eat the ice cream out of the little hat. So like that, the last thing I said, I think, was a very specific experience for me. I don't think that's a normal thing, but okay. In this, just imagine for a minute that you are playing like fantasy baseball, and you are Geralt, and your team is.
I'm already struggling to imagine this, but go ahead.
No, think about it for a second, Geralt in like that traditional like baseball uniform, like white with the black stripes and like with the hat on.
Yeah, yeah.
And he has the ponytail, right? He's already ready to go. And then I think like your teammates are the other characters from the game, right? Like Ciri's there, Yennefer's there, fucking the clown one's there. What's his name? Yeah, what's the guy? Dandelion. I think he's a bard, but whatever.
Yeah, oh, that guy. Yeah.
I did against what you might be thinking right now. I did actually play and complete this game. I just and then fucking the dwarf one's there. Triss is there. So we've got enough people for a baseball team. I think if we reach out to get like the secondary characters. So you take your team out. And I think Geralt has a sword, right? What would happen if somebody threw a baseball at you and you had a sword?
Well, if you get it with the blunt bit side, then I don't think it'd go any considerable distance, but it would go a little bit. It's just like a very boring game of baseball because it's not gonna go very far at all.
Can we add dragons into it?
Yeah, but that's not gonna make the ball go any further, is it? So we're gonna have all this exciting shit surrounding us, and
yeah, maybe we have a game. Okay, maybe you're playing a very slow game of baseball, but like all around the arena, there are like all those monsters from The Witcher, and they all look really interesting and like really cool, but you can never interact with them.
Oh my god. No, yeah, you know what? That could work. That could be a part of our game that we're gonna create. We could have like a Witcher themed baseball mini game.
Yeah, I also want to throw this out to Kate. Again, a lot of bangers here from Kate. Let's see. We have Monster Humper. I don't think that we want to... Can we make that one? Or is that part of Friday Night Fucking?
That is... I mean, maybe that's a DLC. I just want to add... I'd seen The Witcher... the Pitcher 3 before, and like my brain automatically went like... You know, like a pitcher that you put a drink in? So
water? This is the third iteration of a pitcher of water. You liked pitchers? This is the third one.
Not a pitcher of water, a pitcher of like... I mean, do they sell cocktails in pitchers over there? Can you get like a pitcher of a cocktail? Yeah. I was immediately thinking that, and yeah.
Okay.
So can it be like drunk baseball? Just so it's a play on words? It's like a pitcher.
Yeah, so it's even less usable, I think, is what we're getting at. How about also from Kate, Fire Emblem 3 Horses. It's a horse girl game, and you have 3 horses.
You have 3 for the entire game. That fits into one from Hazel, horses. I think it was. Where is it? It was like Red Dead Redemption Horse Girl Edition. If I can find what the hell that is.
I think we had that too. In the meantime, quick shout out to where was that? To Justyn for this might be my favorite. This is one of my favorite titles for sure. Dance Dance Insurrection. This is a game where you have I think you have to play with like the DDR pad, right?
Oh, obviously, yeah.
And I think that you are invading the Capitol building.
It's like it's made by a non-American company who doesn't realize how out of taste this is.
No, it's a Chinese affair, I think, and like they have no idea how bad taste this is. But like you dance your way through the Capitol building, like dodging police officers who are not trying to shoot you. And then another quick one from Justyn. I like the idea here, loot boxing. think of Punch-Out on the NES, but you're an anthropomorphized loot box fighting your way through matches.
Oh my god. I mean, basically that's what is going through the courts right now with all the legal challenges. So it's sort of like Ace Attorney mixed with Punch-Out.
Yeah, honestly, and I mean, quite frankly, in most fighting games, there's so many microtransactions, this might as well be what it is.
Yeah, exactly. I want to shout out one from Luke. He's got BO shock, so body odor shock.
Sorry, I think you accidentally said body ogre shock.
I did.
Which is giving me powerful Shrek vibes. Is this Bioshock, but you're Shrek?
Yeah.
Bio-Shrek!
I don't even know what to add to that.
Oh my god, that's such a good idea. Like, okay, wait, no, let's walk through this. So you arrive at a lighthouse, right? And you get into the elevator, and it's like the elevator says it'll take you, the destination you pull in the elevator says far, far away, right?
Yeah.
And you pull that and you head down into... We actually got another Bioshock related suggestion. Let me see if we can merge that into this one. Where was it? It was from... Let's see, everybody's... I think it was like something to do with... I remember what it was. I need to... Let me just... I don't want to not credit somebody for their creation. Here we go. It was from Jess. It was Everybody's Gone to the Rapture, but it swaps out the sweet English countryside for the Bioshock's Rapture.
Oh my god. Okay. So,
I'm like really... I'm really stuck on the idea of like BioShrek Infinite, which is... It's the letters are so close. It's so appealing to the eye.
Oh my god.
Can we do this the reverse way though? We'll take Jess's suggestion. Maybe it swaps out BioShock's Rapture for the sweet English countryside. But you do still have a gun and you can summon a swarm of bees.
So you are just going around this English countryside, just killing.
Well, that's already basically where Shrek is taking place. So like.
Yeah, except now you're like fighting libertarians, I guess.
Yeah, like, is that? Is there anything? Can we do anything with Atlas Shrugged? Well, okay,
also,
like let's think. Like you get to, you get to the fucking like the castle, and they're like, does a man like what is the fucking thing? Is a man entitled to the sweat of his brow? No, says the man in Duloc.
Oh god, Jess did have some bangers. I just want to give a shout out to Dist, the chav version of Dishonored. It's just
yeah. So I don't know a lot about chavs. You might have to walk me through the culture a little, but like from what I understand, they are not well dressed. They are sometimes wearing some backwards caps and are kind of hang out outside of the in the car park of like a McDonald's or a drugstore.
That's on a good day. Usually they are just sort of outside the neighborhood. So chav's a bit of a classist term, but I can use it because I grew up in a so-called chavvy area, and it's the sort of place where everyone wears shell suits, which are just like these like shiny tracksuits.
Okay, I was about to have you please explain what a shell suit is, because I'm imagining a suit made of actual seashells.
So very, very shiny tracksuits, and they sort of drink cans of Stella out in the street no matter what day no what time of the day it is.
Sure.
Parties going all the time. There was a burnt out car outside my house once. That was fun. And like chavs are just funny in the way they talk, quite frankly. So they are obsessed.
Could you like throw me like a sample?
I can't do the accent. But like I mean that so you know the stereotype of people that say like in it bruv and all that, like that's where it comes from.
Yeah, in it bruv.
In it bruv, yeah. And they're obsessed with like being dissed. So like in high school, if you I don't know looked at someone funny, they'd come up to you in the car and be like, "You dissing me, bruv? You dissing me?" And then I'd be like, "I'm gonna do you in, swear on me, nan," something like that. And it's just like imagine going through Dishonored.
You dissing me, nan?
They always say, like, swear on me, Nan. I'm gonna do you in. Like, they're poor Nans. Fuck's sake. Anyway, I was obsessed with this idea because on the limited stuff I know about Dishonored, it's a little bit classier than, like, chav culture.
Traditionally, yeah.
I'm just obsessed with the idea of, like, the whole story kicks off because you diss someone by looking at them funny.
Okay, so in Dishonored, the story begins with, you know, you're Corvo, the Lord Protector for the Empress, and she is killed because you're bad at your job, and she's killed, and, you know, her daughter gets taken, and, you know, the whole thing is that you've been blamed for it, so you have to find her and, like, you know, restore your honor, like, to your name. So in this one, I think somebody disses your Nan, and you have been dishonored.
I did just the fucking chavs. Credit to him, have the best fucking insults. So there's stuff like, so an example of dissing someone would be, say, something like, your dad sells Avon. Do you have Avon over there?
Yeah, I do, but I'm not really gathering how that's such a deep insult. I guess, like, your dad's maybe fallen prey to a multi-level marketing scheme, and that's an insult. Which is
normally associated with, like, women, I guess, so doubly insulting.
Yeah.
And also, what was it? Well, the funniest one I ever heard in high school was, what was it? It was like, you wank dogs for backy, and backy being tobacco.
You whack dogs?
You wank dogs.
Wank dogs. Oh, Jesus.
For backy. So...
There's a lot of layers to that, much like an ogre has layers.
Oh, and if you want to really diss someone, you call them a nonce. Like, that is
nonce.
That is how you the peak of offense.
What does that mean?
So nonce is quite literally slang for pedophile, but it sort of just evolved. Where where you just call anyone a nonce, even if you're not implying that they're a pedophile. If they're
Great.
So one of my favorite insults. There's a lot of, like, dog jokes here, but, like, dog nonce is a big one. If someone's, like, a bit too patriotic, you might call them a flag nonce. So I'm guessing the whole thing about dissed, our version of Dishonored, is that nothing dramatic like the Queen getting killed and her daughter being stolen happens. You literally just get insulted. And that's what kicks off this, like, sort of murderous
That's
rampage.
what kicks off the whole event.
The entire story kicks off because someone said you wank dogs for backy.
I want to get some of our image submissions in here. This one is from Kate. Ree, do you want to describe this image to me?
Oh god, have you sent it over? Let's see.
It's in Discord here.
Okay, let's load it. Okay, it's called The Leg. It's a Switch title. It's got Breath of the Wild case, except it's just Link's leg, and it's called The Leg.
It's just called The Leg. So it looks very skillfully, might I add. The logo and most of Link have been taken out of the image, and it looks like it's just like a big landscape. But it is just one of Link's legs. So this is what I'm understanding is this is a robust physics simulator, open world adventure where you are a leg with no body. And
see, it's coming back to home fitness. It always does. But it's only leg day.
You think this is like a Ring Fit Adventure extension?
Yeah, but, like, literally just if you
this
can't
is the leg
afford...
DLC for Ring Fit Adventure.
If you can't afford the whole game, you can pay to just do leg day every single day.
Are you suggesting we sell a Ring Fit Adventure in episodes? It's like episode 1, right leg.
Yeah, that's absolutely what I'm suggesting. They are far too generous in Ring Fit Adventure. Poor business sense.
I agree. I have another image for you here that I definitely want us to talk about from Andrew
Oh
R.
my god! Oh my god. So it's Luigi's mansion. He's looking quite terrified, and he's hiding behind a tree. Are those cultists in the background after him?
Yeah, this is an image from The Last of Us Part 2, and Ellie has been replaced with Luigi from Luigi's Mansion, hiding behind a tree from these cultists.
Finally, we are doing something. We're representing the anti-Italian sentiment online.
These are what are you some kind of Italian?
I may or may not be part Italian.
Okay, like I think what I'm reading from this image is like just replace like cut, you know, Control X Ellie out of The Last of Us, like Control V Luigi, and just like one for one walk through that entire thing, right? Like, but you have a vacuum instead of a gun.
I'm not sure how that's gonna help, but
I don't think it's gonna do well. I do want to make sure we give some love to definitely the best name that we received, like by a long shot, and also like just such a good idea to go with it. This is from Purple Panda. Get Down, Mr. President, a rhythm action adventure where you play as a Secret Service agent and must protect the president through dance battles.
Oh my god, it's like the Dance Insurrection one we had.
It is, except this is the opposite. That's like the Pokemon Red, Pokemon Blue. Sort of.
That's another goal. We like making money. And we can sell 2 versions.
Oh, so we sell one to the conservatives and one to the liberals. Okay, this is a good idea. Okay, just I love the name, like, Get Down, Mr. President, because, you know, it's like the, you know, like diving in front of the president, but it's like also like, let's get down, right? It feels so good. I
know we spent a lot of time on like Undertale and the Octodad thing, but I'm actually feeling quite confident about a you know, a duo of games.
This is the most usable one, I think, so far.
We can talk about it and describe it to someone else, and that's a step up from anything else.
Yeah. Let me see. We have a lot from Matt, who's just really ringing him in. He gave a very, hold on. This one was when he was very high, so I'm just gonna read it exactly the way he wrote it in our Discord. It's like slowly take over the world with your charisma. Bro, you gotta do it without people knowing who you are. So it's like a mix of subterfuge, politics, and even psychological thriller. Bro, you got like DLC to do it for fantasy worlds or sci-fi. Even got some scenarios where you show famous examples in history. They give you objectives to play it out like they did whatever years ago. Then the twist at the end is it's produced by EA, and each of these features you gotta pay for. Bro, hire me. I don't know if I'm alone in saying that really didn't mean anything to me.
Yeah, that was a lot of words to say nothing, but I'm sure like it's the same sort of language I use like when I'm drunk, when I feel like I'm saying something super fucking profound. So I don't want to hurt.
Yeah, no, I totally.
Hi, Matt's
totally
feelings.
Get it. How about this one? From let me see, where was it here? From Tim, Dongan Thwampa. This is an easy another like skin swap, right? Like just replace Monokuma with a Thwomp from Mario.
Yeah, sorted. I mean, and then
it's
everything
not.
Plays out
it doesn't
exactly
sound
the same.
particularly good. Do you like Dukes of Biohazard? Also from Tim.
I like the name. That doesn't amuse me. Okay, can I just shout out another one from Matt?
Yeah.
The GameLusters, like Lord of the Rings, but with people who have an unhealthy obsession with games, like sexual. I want to give that a shout out because he made the assumption that the GameLuster name was sexual, which is exactly what I thought when I first applied for a job at GameLuster. And then eventually...
I also did too. And I was disappointed to find that was not the case.
I think you were the one that asked our site administrator, Moises, like, hey, where does the name come from? And he was like, oh, luster in terms of, like, the sparkling effect from a jewel.
Like
or
it's
like
shiny.
That. Yeah, and it's like,
oh,
okay.
Yeah. Sure.
I love the name, but also at the same time, when I put Luster Network on my CV, I feel like people think I was a cam girl. And I've got to take that with me the rest of my life.
Yeah, fair enough. Do you like this one from Axel? I liked it a lot, which is it's The Service. XCOM meets Austin Powers. Send a motley crew of spies and saboteurs on a procedurally generated mission to stop ridiculous threats to the world. This is again very usable, but like I don't know if we can riff on it very much. Just like put the Austin Powers characters into XCOM. That sounds fucking dope.
It does. I mean, he's done the legwork for us there, but yeah.
This one I'm trying to just get something from everyone in here. Also from this one's from Baumeister 32. Says a Need for Speed Underground 2 remake, but in the chibi style of recent Nintendo remakes.
Oh my god! So they look like the Gen 4 remakes.
Yeah, we're using the Gen 4 remake engine to redo Need for Speed Underground 2. And Wait, no, I was thinking of Tony Hawk's Underground 2. Sorry, in Tony Hawk's Underground 2, Shrek was actually a playable character. I was gonna tie it back around.
I actually did. If we're gonna, like, start nailing down the idea.
Yeah, we gotta, I'm starting to get a little nervous. How do you feel about this from, Calcputer? Metroid Dread, a game about your favorite franchise being trapped in development hell.
Well, I mean, a lot of us don't have to imagine that.
I guess everyone's playing that game.
Yeah.
Let me see what else we got. Oh, this one was like, this will actually, here, we can, if you are really set on using that big toilet from earlier, this will roll in with it. From Combatcoldcuts, Mario Bros. Plumbing Company actually do plumbing jobs, unclog toilets, fix sinks, etc. I just mean real world, before the Mushroom Kingdom, lol. But maybe it's a guy named Bowser breaking sinks in New York, lol.
See, I feel like the squad toilet would be the final boss, because that's gonna be a fucking bastard to unclog when a few squads have been there.
Yeah. I hate this idea so much.
But I had an idea to make our Dance Insurrection and Get Down Mr. President work. So I feel like, well, you know, we talked about getting Freak Down the title. I think Freak Down is the umbrella, like, for both of these games.
Oh, that's the brand, like the Just Dance umbrella for this franchise.
So it's like Freak Down, Get Down Mr. President, or Freak Down, Dance Insurrection. And I'm so adamant on getting the squad toilet involved. So
okay, I want to give. Sorry.
I'm just saying that, like, to encourage people to waste money on a video game, you've got to have some sort of communal area where everyone meets and everyone can see what each other has. So regardless of what version of the game you have, your character has to go to the squad toilet and you can interact with the people that have the different game, and that makes you want to buy that. And it's like Pokemon catching them all. It works. I'm a genius. I'm a brain genius.
A brain genius.
I am.
Also want to give a quick shout out to Johnny for this one because it resonated with me very, very heavily. Imposter Syndrome Noir. Similar system to LA Noir, but people are giving you compliments and you have to look for ticks that prove they're lying.
Oh my god! I actually love that because that's been my week.
That's a lot of it. Okay, so I've been holding on to this one close to my chest because I think it might be the Nug. And it is an image from Grace. This is one of my friends. So just for context, this letter was found in her mailbox. She lives in an apartment complex called 4100. Okay. Yeah. So I'm gonna just read some excerpts from this one. It's a long sort of thing, but Dear 4100 friends and neighbors, some of you may be aware we have a nuisance animal in the neighborhood. I'm speaking specifically of the black tomcat that has become a regular fixture in 4100. This animal is a nuisance. I use that word deliberately as it meets the definition of a nuisance as designated by the Durham County Sheriff's Office. This tomcat is causing problems in the neighborhood. Specifically, he is a regular visitor to both our front porches and back decks where he sprays copious amounts of foul-smelling urine. You can smell this urine on our porches and in our houses. Very pungent. So basically, the letter writer goes on to say that this cat is sort of causing anxiety in their own cats and has caused a urinary tract infection in her cat. I don't understand how that happened. No. And the fact that it's making the male cats in the neighborhood very territorial. Let me skip to the last paragraph here. We are going to move forward with one of several agencies in the Durham area that will humanely trap and remove the animal. We'll be contacting one of these agencies on the week of March 15th to 19th, 2021. Once we know when said agency will set the trap will be set on our own property. We will notify you when this is going to happen. We know that some of you have indoor-outdoor cats, and we would not want to trap one of your animals in error. This will provide you with the opportunity to keep your cats contained during the time that the trap is active. Thank you. This game to me is very simple and easy to put together. Like, this is like an asymmetrical multiplayer game. One of you is the black tomcat, and one of you is Karen. And the Karen player is trying to, like, get her neighborhood, like, all riled and rallied up to stop the cat. And I think there's a multiplayer component there. Like, there's many people, real people, working together in the neighborhood. And
it's like definitely. We can make it like that.
Ooh. So, that's not a bad comparison. I think what I'm thinking, because I've been thinking about this all week, is that there's, look, there is this cat. One player is the cat, right? And is just running around peeing everywhere, and that's what your job is. Your other job is to be very cute and fun, because what you want to do is convince. I think the neighborhood has to choose whether to side with the cat or Karen. And like both of them are trying to get both of these parties are trying to get the rest of the players to side with them. And it sort of like turns into all out warfare. Like people are setting traps on their lawns, like other cats are involved. This now that I'm saying this seems like very, very beyond the scope of anything I'm ready to put together.
I don't think the world's ready for this.
No, and like frankly, I mean we're working on a limited budget. Like we don't have like Webkinz money.
No. Like, you know what? I've got to say though, I think this could be a DLC to our previous game, A Plague Tale: Ignorance, because it's like when I saw this in the Discord, my first comment was, this is proof that lockdown needs to end because people have far too much time on their hands. So this is adding to the complex themes of A Plague Tale: Ignorance. You play as the Karen, and you slowly realize that you're the villain, and then you join Sonic's anti-vaxxer party. This made less sense the more I spoke, and I just sort of continued anyway.
Okay. Tell me where your heart is right now, because we got to nail something down as the nug. We'll bring our guest on.
I'm feeling the dance game. I'm quite confident.
I am still personally I am stuck on BioShrek, where you're like running around the English countryside as Shrek. Maybe Donkey's there. There's like a voice in your ear telling you like, oh, like, you know, like you have to kill Pinocchio. Would you kindly kill Pinocchio? And you're like, yeah, absolutely.
You know what? I think I could be convinced for that game because
okay. How about this? Let's get our guest on, and why don't we like each pitch her the thing we're excited about and see which one she's really interested in.
That's a good idea. Yeah. Okay. Let's do that.
Welcome, Ashleigh, to GameBusters. I don't think you've been on the show before, correct?
I have not. This is my first time.
Hey,
yeah,
howdy.
Ashleigh's sort of in a tertiary way, a video game enthusiast.
I think that's really accurate. Yeah, a tertiary way.
Yeah. I'm hoping that maybe I think we need an outsider perspective. Like we're too.
Well, in my defense, they're growing on me. The games.
Oh yeah.
These game things they're okay.
They're okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and say flat out that I think you and I are a little too deep into this industry. Like our pockets are lined a little too deep in here, and like it's hard for us to get like an outside perspective on like what's gonna feel fresh to the casual audience.
Okay, so you want me to kind of be the focus group here?
Yeah, I think in a way. So
focus group is all you need.
Ree and I both have a different idea that we're sort of excited about, and we're going to pitch those to you, and I would like for you to tell me which one you think is going to be more lucrative, like with the
okay.
Mass audience. So, Ree, why don't you go ahead and go?
Okay. So, you know how home fitness is a big thing right now with the end of the world happening outside? I have created a game, or I'm going to create a game, which, you know, goes for that market. So it's 2 games, like, you know, you got Pokemon, you get Pokemon Red, you get Pokemon Blue.
Okay.
So my series is called Freakdown, and it's a dancing game. And one is called Dance Dance Insurrection, and the other one's called Get Down, Mr. President. And basically, you are playing both sides of the insurrection.
Oh, is it too soon? Or
possibly.
We're good with it?
That's what I was thinking.
But also, our last game was horrifically out of taste. So
it was. Our last game was about the coronavirus.
Yes. Okay, yeah.
Oh, look, we have a fan.
Yay.
in the house.
So games in poor taste are sort of our forte right now, you know.
Okay, cool. As long as we're like on that brand.
Yeah, we do not anticipate to be sold in any stores. But anyway, so, you know, depending on your views, you can play as dancing insurrectionists, or you can play as dancing Secret Service agents.
Sure. And do you play against each other, or is it sort of just independent games?
I think we're going to have to go for a multiplayer angle just because that's where the money's at. So you can get different skins and everything, and you can see, like, say if you're protecting the president and you see an insurrectionist like have a skin you want, you're like, God damn it, why do they have that skin and I don't? We were going to incorporate like a lobby where there's I can't talk about the squad toilet when you haven't seen the image. Nirav, can you put the
what?
Can you put this?
It's in there. Could you scroll up in the Discord a little bit on the GameBusters channel?
I sure can.
This was a submission from Ryan. For us.
How far do I have to?
It's like 3 images up. Yeah.
Yeah. So I thought that would be the lobby area.
Just because you like it, or
yeah,
there's not like an added significance to the very long toilet.
No, it's an image that stuck with me, and I decided I have to use it somehow.
It's poignant.
It is. I'm glad someone understands. I don't really know what else I can say about this game. I don't know why I picked it, but I have.
All right, Ashleigh.
I mean, it's a little bit like Just Dance, but tacky. Yeah. And I don't hate it, you know. But let's hear what Nirav has to say.
All right, I'm going to start you off with a quote. I'm going to see if this resonates with you. I am here to ask you a question. Is a man not entitled to the sweat of his brow? No, says the man in Duloc. It belongs to me. This is BioShrek.
Oh, okay.
So this is BioShock, the classic first-person shooter game that takes place in Rapture, a post-capitalist nightmare libertarian world. And this is... I think we're going to switch this out for sort of Shrek's world.
Right.
But Shrek does have a gun. Okay?
Good.
And he has... and on the other hand, he can use, like... So right hand, he has a gun. He switches out his guns. Left hand, he has magic powers. So he's, like, summoning a swarm of bees or, like, sucking life out of things or possessing stuff. Or, like, you know, using electroshock things. And the whole time, you have... Eddie Murphy is coming to you over the intercom, right, that you have, and is like, Shrek! Shrek, I'm here! Would you kindly kill Pinocchio? Shrek! And it's a lot of that. Like, so he's basically giving you instructions on how to progress through this world, and really what you're seeing around you, it's this robust, deep narrative. Like, this is a single-player focused experience, and people are going to come in here, they're going to walk away saying, there is always a man, there's always a lighthouse, there's always an ogre. And, like, they're going to know that this is just, like, this is going to resonate with people. That's what I want. And Ree's thing is, like, fun and, like, jokey, blah, ha, ha, ha. But this one is going to get us that fucking Game of the Year award.
Right. And you have, like, is it kosher with DreamWorks? Like, you're going to borrow Shrek and that's fine.
We're just going to borrow him and see what happens.
Gotcha, yeah. I mean, free use or something, right?
Yeah, it's Shrek is older than 10 years old, which I think means he's fair use now.
Sure.
So, which of these is really appealing more to you?
So it's hard because I was gonna try to like split the baby and combine them, but there really doesn't seem to be any way to do that.
I will say though, listening to what we've done here, I think I've probably crafted something for like the capital G gamers, and I think Ree's made something much more for the casual audience.
Hers is definitely gonna be more marketable.
Sure.
I mean,
is it more marketable? Are you sure?
No. Okay, let me back up. The dance competition portion is very marketable.
Do you have a problem with the setting? Because that's non-negotiable.
Who is doing it? What is your target audience?
Everyone.
Okay, well,
certainly not insurrectionists, right?
hate to bite my own bullet. No, I'm gonna bite myself in the ass here, helping Ree out. But no, my idea was that we sell these two games which come out together to two different distinct groups of people. So Dance Dance Insurrection is going to be really popular among the conservative crowd.
But I don't think they call it an insurrection. I think that's the problem. Like, it's too tongue-in-cheek. They don't see it as that. It's like Dance Dance, freedom. Very chill patriot protest.
Dance Dance Scuffle.
Dance Dance Scuffle.
I do just want to know, the BBC incorrectly started calling it a scuffle over here in like the early hours of it, and everyone was like, well,
so maybe that'll be sort of the UK version of the game.
Oh, again, I have to say, from the country that brought you the troubles comes the scuffle.
Oh, so that's sort of a theme, is sort of downplaying it.
Oh, yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah, I guess you don't know a lot of British people. But
usually we
we
downplay our own horrors, but I guess we're exporting it now, so you're welcome.
Okay. Look, I think Rhea, I'm willing to meet you in the middle here. Can Shrek be a playable character in your dancing game?
You don't even have to ask. Absolutely.
That's the other thing, is that I do have a pretty soft spot for Shrek, and so...
Yeah, actually, could you talk for a second about how you are the #1 fan of Shrek the Musical?
Ooh.
I love Shrek the Musical a dumb amount. I would defend it to you if we had enough time to like look up the YouTube videos, talk about Sutton Foster, the whole kit and caboodle, but like, just know it's pleasant in a way that you wouldn't think it would be.
I think you might be
like, I'm not going to say it's a work of like theater art, but it's just nice. It's a good time.
Okay, in Dance Dance Scuffle, I think you can palette swap Shrek right onto Ted Cruz and the proportions will fit just fine.
Yes, but Ted Cruz has a Farquaad vibe that I don't think
does.
But Farquaad's so small is the problem. Like,
yes.
Is there
Lindsey Graham? Is he Farquaad sized? Who's Farquaad sized?
nobody, because he's like a tiny man.
I get Farquaad's vibes from, oh god, what's his face? One of the Republicans who isn't like,
How ready are you to be this sharp U.S. political commentator?
I mean, we've been ready. I think the real thing here is that okay, here's an idea, because we are gonna have some people come after us when we publish this game. We need to create like a shell company that is gonna publish this for us that we can hide behind.
Sure, because the question is like, they're gonna attack you probably from like, profiting off of the crumbling of our democracy, but like that's what companies do.
How do we fit microtransactions into this? Like,
well, I mean, unlocking playable characters for sure, and skins.
Sure. And skins, yeah. Can we unlock like what is the soundtrack gonna sound like, Ree? I haven't heard anything from you about that. Like, what kind of songs are we gonna be offering?
I forgot that is a bit important, isn't it?
I guess that unfortunately, I think the conservative side is really just gonna have Kid Rock.
Yeah.
Oh, there's gonna be a lot of Kid Rock.
What's that? Is that the guy that does that song? Like, at least I can be in where at least I say.
I have to admit, I don't know. I have no idea what Kid Rock has done.
There's that.
It's like that.
There's that one song which Donald Trump played at every rally, because that's probably the only artist who didn't mind him using.
No, he loved it. He loves. Yeah, he's pretty much the only Trump supporter musical artist. So yeah, musical artist is also generous. I'm sorry, I'm having a flashback to one of my favorite bits from Family Guy where Stewie is at like a Kid Rock concert and somebody like faints and this woman's like, "Oh my god, is there a doctor here?" And he's like, "No fucking way, someone's a doctor here."
Hang on, I just unpinned this to the Discord. The BBC like lead political correspondent still has her tweet up where she described the insurrection as a scuffle. And I've got
looks like scuffles inside the Capitol. Oh, so Dance Insurrection : scuffles inside the Capitol.
No, I see. I think you're right though. If we want to sell this to like alt-right shitheads, they're not gonna buy it if it says insurrection on it. Like,
yeah.
Can we do something where like if you buy, I've got it. Okay, I've got it. You go to fucking GameStop and you buy Dance. You buy in the box it says Dance Insurrection, okay? Or no,
okay.
Sorry. On the box it says Dance Scuffle. All right.
Sure.
You buy this, and there's like a picture of Trump doing like a thumbs up at the front. I don't know. Okay. And then you buy the box and you take it home, okay? And you plug it in, and then
you plug in the box.
You plug in the box, and after we basically like right after. And I think just because of the Steam 2-hour refund window, we'll say it's like at 2 hours and 1 minute. The sticker on the front of the box peels away, and the word scuffle is revealed to be covering up the word insurrection.
Genius, I love this.
Right, and this is sort of now a public service.
Yeah, we're changing hearts, changing minds.
We're educating people. You know?
Because they're like halfway through the scuffle, and then they realize like, oh no, this is an insurrection.
They were like, oh god,
and
we
meanwhile their liberal friends are dancing those little hearts away next door, getting down with the president, getting down with Biden.
Do you reckon we can convince Biden to like be a playable character? I mean, he's not.
All he really has to do is like the VO for the tutorial, right? Like.
I mean, would it
like
be cruel,
after that we can just use his image.
In his current health, would it be cruel to ask him to do like the motion capturing? Like,
Well, I mean, what do you want him to do? Like a lot, or
no,
just
what I want him to do is is I have a long
all right.
list of things. Okay, no. So how do we okay, this is how we do it. We have to sell these games from 2 different publishing companies, and they happen to come out on the same day, and people are not going to know they're related.
And they're all called
So what are the name of our 2 shell corporations that will appeal heavily to those demographics?
Oh god. Well, I feel like you have to be.
Do you think we can get it like sponsored on OAN or OANN? What's it called?
Yeah, the Nazi one. Yeah, I think. Is there like something we can do with like Atlas Shrugged? I want to bring back some of that Bioshock energy. Can like Atlas Shrugged it off? It's all right. It wasn't an insurrection.
And that's the company name? Or?
No. I think the company name is let's just call it Atlas Studios, okay?
Yeah.
No, they already made that. Atlas Mixed Persona.
That's sort of a big one then, right? I'm not a huge gamer, just a tertiary gamer, but that's a big one.
Nirav accidentally caused a copyright issue with a very big studio.
Yeah, that's definitely gonna not fly.
Like Rand Studio.
How about
instead of call it like Rand?
Rand Studio.
Yeah.
Rand.
Is
that why Rand is Rand Paul named after Ayn Rand?
I don't know. He could be.
Okay, Rand Studios. Rand Studios sounds fine. Rand is also I think the currency in South Africa, if I remember correctly.
Oh.
I mean, that's an extra demographic. That's good.
Sure, that'll get the South African crowd in. They love Ayn Rand. So okay, what's our very liberal studio that's producing Get Down, Mr. President? What are they called?
So we want to, like artsy fartsy inclusion-y, right? That's where we're leaning.
Yeah, like it's gonna be something like really shitty, like like no minimum wage for you. He/him is the just like we need something that conveys sort of the like the shitty like liberal like elites, of like. They don't actually care about any of the things.
Well, we don't actually want it to be shitty. We do want people to buy the game.
No, but I want it to like convey that meaning in there somewhere deeper inside.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of a
word
or
we could just
associated with medical bills. But I can't.
Ooh, yeah.
I don't know anything.
Or we could just call it like, I don't know. Could our company logo be Kamala Harris wearing her like cape coat walking down a long hallway?
Oh my god.
I don't know. I kind of feel like Kamala Harris gets all the shit for being like the branded one, but Biden is also tweeting a lot of pictures.
If I see one more gif of either of them walking down a hallway, I'm gonna throw up.
Honestly.
Yeah.
It's like I'm gonna start doing that every time I go to work. Just like a picture of me like walking to my gamer chair, just hard at work.
Going. Okay.
We should do that before every recording that we do.
Okay, what's the opposite of Rand? Ayn Rand. What's the opposite of Ayn Rand? Like, who's like the total polar opposite of that?
God, I've literally got no. Apart from like Marx, but like that's a bit too far.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is it like Vox or like The Hill?
We need to rein it in.
Marx.
Rein it in a bit from Marx. Where do we land?
Yeah, Marx is a little.
Oh, I was thinking like Vox, like the liberal-ish media outlet. Is that anything?
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are they gonna have a problem with that? Do you think?
I reckon.
Well, we should alter it slightly, maybe. Vax.
And it's like
Vaccine
and it's like a pun because it's like facts, like pure facts, because our president doesn't lie, even if he is getting fact checked a lot.
Okay, how about Vax Studios, because that means that the anti-vax crowd is also going to be drawn away from this one into the other game.
Perfect. It works on so many levels.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, great. So we have that set, and the gameplay is just DDR, I guess, right?
Yeah. But Shrek's
or Just Dance with like more of a. Right? What is the...
should we go yeah, that's a good distinction. Should we go DDR or should we go... I think Just Dance is more fun, personally, for my money.
Yeah, and
I think... What platforms is this coming to?
I feel like... Will we have a chance to get this on the Switch? Nintendo might be a bit funny.
I think so. No, I think Nintendo will like this because it'll make good use of the Joy-Cons, right?
Yeah.
Like, you hold them and then...
You, like, detach them and do your thing.
Yeah. So, Ashleigh, I'm imagining in the Dance Dance Insurrection game, you're like dancing your way, like, sort of through the Capitol.
Right,
and, like,
you want to kind of get up the steps into the
Yeah.
room and eventually to Nancy Pelosi's office.
I think the police are, like, shooting at you, but they're shooting, like, 7 feet to your left. So there's like...
I mean, they could be shooting, like, disco balls, like something nice.
I mean, they might as well have been
shooting confetti?
at the actual insurrection. They might as well have been shooting confetti. So,
oh my god, this is actually I think this is our most political episode, guys.
it is. This is what,
we're gonna...
That's what 2020 did to us. We can't hold it in anymore.
Yeah, if Anne Rand, if you're listening, you're not welcome in this podcast.
Not a friend of the show.
That's a strong stance.
Well, considering we're like...
No gods, no kings, only ogre.
Yeah, I do think we've sort of strayed away from the Shrek. I mean, Shrek is a very political show.
Shrek is a politically charged figure. I think, I don't know. I'm like, what is this? Hold on. A man chooses, a donkey obeys. That could be another one.
What?
I'm just reading quotes from BioShock. And okay, so, no, but, like, think about that. Like, at the end, you fucking meet Farquaad, and then, you know, it turns out that, like, he's been, like, giving you, like, no, Donkey's been fucking, like, controlling you the whole time, and, like, you know, like, because you were brainwashed.
Oh, in your BioShock remake.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm just back on that now. I, like, fine, just put Donkey in the dancing game, I don't care. Make him an unlockable.
Okay.
There could be.
Okay.
You know what? I'm gonna throw a bone to your BioShock idea. So at the end of BioShock Scuffle, Dance Scuffle.
BioShock Scuffle. This is the dancing game for BioShock we've been asking for.
At the end of Dance Scuffle, yeah, you find out that this whole time you've been brainwashed by QAnon. And you have the whole BioShock thing happen. I've never completed BioShock, so I don't actually know, but I vaguely am aware.
Is BioShock Donkey? That's not a sentence.
So
okay, no, the whole thing is that, like, your character was brainwashed before the start of the game, and, like, the guy who's giving you almost the tutorial guy who's talking into your headset for the entire game, every time he says something, he starts like, "Would you kindly do this?" And then, like, you realize, like, in retrospect, that he's been controlling you the whole time, and that you, the person playing the game, are being controlled by the game. You're not controlling the game, and you never were. And that's why it was, like, such a huge, like, in, like, 2009, that, like, broke people's heads open, right? Like,
so
obviously that's been done many times now.
And now that, like, you know, you've got all the shite you see on social media, like disinformation and QAnon stuff, it could be like that. It could be like, guys, it's like the BioShock. Look what's happened to you.
And that's Eddie Murphy. He's QAnon.
Shrek! Shrek, it's me! Would you kindly open the door?
I can't. No.
And then, like, can we get, like, Antonio Banderas, like, in the mix, too? Like, to do some, like, Puss in Boots? Like, I think he's just a cameo, really. But, like, as a boss fight, I mean, like, you would have him, like, come in
do you dance off? Is that a boss fight? Like, you dance battle?
Yeah.
That is, I think that did happen at the end of Shrek 2 anyway, so.
You know, I think it did.
I think we're oh, I'm sorry for tangling us up again. I think we've got to pick one or the other. I don't think that there's a middle ground for these two ideas.
I think we found the perfect middle ground, and you're scared of it.
So this is now just on the Dance Insurrection front. We've sort of shifted away from our...
Can Get Down, Mr. President be a DLC for this game?
Yeah, I'm less excited about that.
Yeah,
No.
Dance Insurrection, because you can have the big Eddie Murphy reveal, I think can be BioShock,
Okay,
but
yes,
I don't think that Get Down
Mr. President is
BioShock.
Get Down, Mr. President is a straight dancing game, right? Like that's the fun one, and we get like a professional dancer to like motion capture. We put Biden over it, and it's funny. Everyone loves it. Okay. The other side of it is this like robust single player experience where you realize that like basically QAnon has been controlling you the whole time, and that like you are at the end, like the sticker on the box peels away, and you realize what you've been doing as Eddie Murphy has been whispering instructions in your ear, and he's like, "It's okay, I'm black, so it's all right."
Oh, I don't know if you could.
And like, no, but you realize it's all fake at the end, like, and none of it was good. Like that's the thing. Like, we have to have people come to this realization on their own, like by process of going through this world of you know, an evil dentist who's like doing surgery on somebody, I guess, in the Capitol building.
See, you embrace the middle ground, and that's what we've found, and that's where we've.
I think one of these is a dancing game, and one of these, I think these both are control like dancing games though. That's like the combat.
But then one becomes a psychological horror.
One of them is a psychological thriller, and one of them is just like a fun, good time. Okay, so are we selling these in a double pack or no? Are we gonna offer that
it's got
service?
separately just for the, you know, to be more lucrative.
Do you can we do this like in a Pokemon where we have to like trade between them to get all the Pokemon or something? To like encourage people to get both of them?
Oh god, I don't have.
What is the we don't have to trade Pokemon, but like what is the mechanism to encourage people?
Thank
to buy
goodness
both
we don't
versions?
have to trade Pokemon.
My brain's too fried from processing all of this. Eddie Murphy being the head of QAnon.
I'm just trying to figure out how to like make a cover for this game where like Shrek is breaking into the Capitol.
I think that's it. That's great. Give him the podium and use it to bash down a door.
Oh my god. All right, so we have our games. Thank you guys for joining us for this third episode of Good Games Inc. We'll definitely be back and do another one in a few months. Thank you, Ashleigh, for joining us.
Thank
you
you.
wanna plug anything?
You can follow my science Twitter account and see when I post my papers if they ever come out. It's hydrology, like hydrology. Get it?
Hey.
Yep.
That's cool.
I talked last week about how much I fucking love when people like manipulate their own names into like usernames. Absolutely, all about it. So yeah, I guess you can find us at GameLuster.com, and you can find us, you know, our podcast at GameBustersPod on Twitter. Yeah, we are. I am taking over at GameLuster as the AV editor. So I'll be, which I think I might have been secretly doing for a while now.
Congrats.
But,
shadow government coming to the
the shadow government has been acknowledged and recognized. Yeah, so I'll just be I'll still be doing the same stuff though, so it's not that big a deal. But also we have I just put up a video of a sponsored video. I think I might not have done very well. Where
You did it though.
For a game, Citadel Forged with Fire, where we got some codes in exchange for doing a sponsored video, and my friend and I did play through it, and I think we shat on it a lot in there. So go check that out. It's Two Idiots Play Citadel Forged with Fire.
Yeah, go check it out unless you're the publishers, I guess.
Unless you are the publisher of that game, please do not watch that video. So yeah, Reed, do you have anything?
Yeah, I recently did a feature for TechRaptor, the history of bisexuality in video games. I read and played so much for that, so please check that out. I had a lot of fun writing it.
So much, you missed a part of the sentence, which was, I read and played so much Dragon Age Origins for that.
I played, like, 2 other games as well, I will have you know.
Okay, that's something. All right, yeah, thanks for joining us for this. I guess we don't have, like, a thing to get us out this time. Does anyone want to like have like an outro thing? Like, does anyone have some sort of thing that they want to say?
I don't think there's any way to wrap this up. I don't think there's any way to conclude.
No, I think just Eddie Murphy us out.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna just read one of these quotes from Fontaine, and I guess we'll just do it like that. Because I think that's who he's replacing. There we go. All right. Let's go to here. Where? This shouldn't be this hard. Sorry, I saw a section on the wiki that said Frozen 2, and I got really distracted, and it was read it mistakenly. Okay.
Is this still in the podcast?
Yes. Listen to me. I remember when me and the crowd put you on that sub. You were no more than 2. You were my ace in the hole. But you were also the closest thing I ever had to a son. That's why this hurts. Life isn't strictly business. Okay, stopping the recording.
I'm gonna stop recording that as well. Yeah.
Bio Shrek.